104.7 The Cave. Mike and Meghan in the studio today. This is actually our third take. We tried to do this twice before, and it just won't work because I put the first review I put up. We're doing online reviews. Like I said, the lawyers, these aren't our reviews. Whatever. Don't sue us. Anyway, the first review is extremely dark, but I thought it was probably one of the funniest reviews I've ever heard in my life. But we read it, and we both laughed really hard. Meghan still can't gain her composure. So what I'm trying to do actually worked, but it is the holidays. People are depressed, and I don't want that to come across like I don't have any kind of empathy or sympathy or something like that. I guess, but still, you gotta laugh. I mean, in this life, man, the world sucks enough. You gotta laugh at some stuff. You know what I mean? So today, Meghan is reading reviews about a book called Microwave for One, possibly one of the most depressing books ever written.
But you had a fairly uplifting speech right before you just revealed what it was about. So, I mean, maybe
just
Mike...
now?
Yeah, so maybe Mike is saying that he could be microwave for two, and Mike will come and hang out with
double
you.
the ingredients.
Just pop two of those Stouffer's dinners in the microwave.
Put one. Just put two. For you and your cat.
This really is the most depressing bit I've ever heard. Okay.
But it's not that we're laughing.
Because we're terrible people. Title: The Perfect Companion Piece for Those Without a Companion. A great follow-up read to Drinking for One, Sex for One, and the 5 people you meet in heaven.
Again, we didn't read the first one, and I really want to, but we're not, because I don't want to hurt any feelings. It's not what we're about. But it was funny. You ever see me on the street? Ask me about the review we didn't read. Anyway.
Title really picks up in the middle. This book was disappointingly cold at the start and end of the book. However, the middle was full of scalding hot recipes.
Always happens to me. Especially like Thanksgiving, you have that Thanksgiving plate you make like 5 times after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And it's like always the mashed potatoes are cold.
Yes.
Your green bean casserole is like lava every time. There's nothing you can do. And I've used all kinds of microwaves. It's always the same.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't heat up everything all at once. Title: Lonely No More. I merely mentioned the title of this book to a lady with a shopping cart. Now I'm microwaving for 2. Title: The Perfect Cookbook for the Single Life. Before this book, preparing food was a long and tedious task. Now I can prepare delicious meals for myself in no time at all. I now have much more time to get drunk and curse my ex and then weep uncontrollably in a corner. The next title is Hard to Digest.
You got those puns, man.
I love it. After only 18 minutes in the microwave, the book caught fire. It did have a nice smoky flavor, but the middle chapters caused some paper cuts on my tongue.
We'll get to part 2 on the way next on 104.7 The Cave. 104.7 The Cave. Mike and Meghan in the studio today. Another edition of online reviews. Basically, I find reviews of a product online. Don't tell Meghan what it is. Force her to read them live and see if she can get through them. Today, we are talking about the classic, and this should be in your bookcase, Microwave for One.
I don't need it in my book.
I get it. You're in a committed relationship, and a lot of people are. But honestly, how many times have you been like, "Oh, he's gonna be out, and I'm home by myself. I want to cook."
Never.
That doesn't happen.
He's around. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, Nick. That wasn't me, and I didn't push her to say that at all. It's not written anywhere. She came up with that on her own.
Just that funny.
Just that funny. And in trouble.
I know. Sorry. Love you.
All right, now, that's enough.
Okay. Title is Great for Me, Family Hates It. This book makes cooking for one so easy and affordable. I can't believe the time I'm saving and the delicious food that I can prepare each and every meal. The recipes are so easy that I bought 3 more copies for my wife and kids. So we can all enjoy these wonderful meals together. Title is, and this ain't all, folks. Many of the comments for this volume are clearly facetious and should be ignored. Most folks are saying this because they only bought their first book and haven't read any further. Sonia Allison has been writing great books for singles for years, and this book barely scratches the surface of her warmth and willingness to help those who live alone. Undoubtedly, her books have helped me to survive the aftermath of my wife's alien abduction. Which was so sudden she could only relay a few scant details about it in that sealed letter she taped in desperation on the bathroom mirror. For months, I would read that note over and over at nights by the light of my unused microwave. Well, sometimes after traumatic events in one's life, we need a guiding hand to pull us through. And when I tripped over this book, which was propping up the short leg of my Formica coffee table, and picked it up and began to read, I began to live again.
You had a UFO detector.
Yes. Title, The Lights. I have to turn on the lights in order to read this book, but at least it's better than sitting alone in the dark. Title is 5 stars. The perfect gift for the permanent bachelor with a limited palate in your life.
We'll get to the conclusion on the way next on 104.7 The Cave. 104.7 The Cave, Mike and Meghan in the studio, online reviews. As always, the lawyers would like me to remind you, these are not our views as a station or company, merely reviews people have left online about certain products that we all know and love. Today, we are talking about the book Microwave for One. Is that a red flag?
Yes.
If you're dating a dude and he's like, yeah, you want to come over and have some dinner? You're like, yeah, great, cool. And he's got Microwave for One sitting on his.
My question is, does it come with a microwave that's small enough for just one dish?
Person? Do they make something like that?
I have no idea. We should find out. I've never been as lonely as these people have.
Be some reviews about that one.
We need to look for it.
The turkey got stuck.
It's like a little easy bake oven that comes with it. It's like, good luck.
Light bulb.
Title is, Nothing Soaks Up Tears Better Than Microwaved Garlic Bread. After a hectic day at work, this book helps me put down the gun and pick up a cutting board. With delicious meals like this made comfortably in the prison-like confines of my sad, lonely, cold home, why would I ever leave and shuffle my morose, grotesque visage into public? These meals are not only delicious, but affordable and quick for a busy single woman like me. Before this book, my dinner was only Vicodin and wine. But now I can have an entree with it. Thank you, Sonia, for this great book. That's what I'm saying. Like, the Vicodin and wine are probably my life. If I was being honest, like, I'll just drink the wine.
Fall asleep with a book on your lap.
Title is One What? Minute, Pound, Species? How am I supposed to buy this without clarification?
That one took me a minute to get when I was reading it. Microwave for 1 pound.
Microwave for 1 species. Despite my misgiving, a perfect gift for my friend in the end. A friend mentioned this book title, and I misunderstood her and thought it was a story of discovery about a poor guy living a rural existence in a post-war Spain whose life is turned around when he unexpectedly comes into possession of the newly developed Radarange. I don't know what that is either. I was hoping you did, so I didn't.
No, don't know.
Okay, alas, Microwave for One. Oh my God.
I know.
Microwave for One was not, in fact, the title, and I was initially disappointed with my bedtime read. Luckily, though, I was able to re-gift to my good friend of the same name, and he loved it. 5 stars. Title is Pairs Well with Cat-Haired Sweater. Folks, it's never too late to plan for the future. I once planned for my wedding, but after the whole headache was over and done with, now the planning I do is much simpler. I mean, aside from the cooking instructions, this book offers many other pleasant features. For example, instead of sharing a bed of lies with my used-to-be significant other, I can now cuddle up with my microwave for one in my leopard print Snuggie and fear no betrayal. It should come with a Snuggie. Every one of these books should come with a Snuggie.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.